On March 19th, 2023, a call was made to 911.
Sheriff's Office Emergency.
Hello. I just got off the phone with a family member that said that they just saw someone get shot at the apartments we live in.
When officers arrived on scene, they found the body of 24-year-old Colby Vinson lying in the entrance to his home. The investigation into his murder began, and it didn't take long for the police to find someone who had motive for wanting Colby dead. Colby had just won a custody battle against his ex, Rachel Moore, for custody of their 4-year-old daughter. Rachel was quickly found and brought in for interrogation.
We had our kid, and he decided that the drug life was for him, and I decided it's dangerous for our daughter. So I moved back home, and then at 14 months old, when Presley was 14 months old, he moved out. And then for a while, he was getting her every Saturday for a couple hours, and that was fine. And then it was to where, I can't get her because my roommates are doing coke, or I can't get her because I got this going on. I was like, okay, well, if you're gonna be around that and on that, I don't feel comfortable letting her go with that. 14 days later, he turned around and said, oh, well, all of a sudden I can get her 50-50. I'm definitely not comfortable with that. No. So I said, no, I'm not forced to give you custody of our kid yet. I'll see you in court. And then out of the blue, I get a call saying, hey, you need to be out of work on Friday and Monday. We have court on Monday. And I was like, oh, okay. It absolutely sucked. I went in, and since it got moved up a couple days, my side of the case and everything didn't get turned in time. So it really looked like I just said, no, I don't want you to see our kid anymore. Bye. And then turned around 10 months later and said no again. She really looked at me and told me that I was a spiteful mother that just didn't want her child around this. And I was crying. I was like, ma'am, that's not the case. It's just the fact that his drug lifestyle is dangerous. And this is why I don't do that kind of stuff. We don't go in big crowds. Those kind of things make me nervous.
Rachel appears very angry as she tells the detectives how she lost full custody of her daughter to her ex-boyfriend. Rachel has already given them a solid alibi, so now they have to figure out if she had someone else do her dirty work.
Is there anybody that you can think of that would have, on your behalf, tried to help you out in this situation, since the courts
Not that would have the balls. No.
So
and yeah, I understand y'all can see my record, but that wasn't from me. And you could see that it was clear. You could see that my brother put me in this situation. Like, I'm not a violent person.
Who could be a violent person?
I don't keep violent people around me. I have high anxiety. And ever since I had my kid, that's my focus, is if you're violent, there's no way you're gonna be violent towards her.
Well, you know how you mentioned that you saw the judge's point of view, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to put you in my shoes for just a second. The very day that he gets to meet up and take his daughter, who he hasn't seen in
almost a year. Yeah.
He turns up deceased.
Right. You
Okay.
can see why I'm panicking.
Okay.
I know how this looks for me, y'all.
I know. Okay, but I want to point them out, so I want you to understand this. Okay. But you can see how all these scenarios are going to work out in your favor on the same day that he winds up dead. You can understand how conveniently that work ends up working in your favor, right?
Okay.
But
Well, how can I make it not? Because you know where I was, you know who I was with, you know what I was doing, you know who I contacted, what else can I do other than flat out tell you?
Well, who else could have done this?
I do not know. This is why I did not want my child there. Because I don't know the situations that come with this lifestyle.
No, but who
I don't
Who
know.
would have felt so strongly for your emotions and for your protection and for her protection
I don't
that
know.
they may have taken things that they could have taken things into their own hands on your behalf?
Buddy, I don't know.
The detectives tell Rachel they have a warrant to search her phone, so she hands it over to them. A few minutes later, Rachel realizes the police will likely recover the messages she deleted, so she tells them about her father, Jason Curtis. While she talks with the detectives, her mother is sitting quietly off camera.
Called Booger on Monday and told him about the court date with Jason Curtis. And I was panicking then. And he told me not to worry about it, that it wouldn't be something you gotta worry about. And he had sent me pictures of knives and guns, but I didn't think anything of it because he lived far away, and I deleted that immediately as soon as everything hit the fan. I was like, oh wow, this is probably bad. This probably looks awful.
Do you think he would actually come down here and shoot him?
I don't know, but he did tell me not to worry about it, and then he called last night and said that I don't have to worry about it and everything's fine.
When he told you didn't have to worry about it anymore, did you ask him, like, what are you talking about? And was this a phone call or was this
This
something?
was a phone call.
Right, so he called you and said you don't have to worry about it anymore. What did you say to him?
What are you talking about? He said, yeah, you don't have to worry about it. It'll be fine, but I gotta go. And he just hung up. And when he called, I didn't think that was actually a thing.
Now listen, I want to make sure you understand, when we do a forensic download of your phone, anything that's been deleted.
I didn't think he would. I told him I would pay for his gas. This looks awful for me.
Did you actually?
No, I didn't. When I tell you, I didn't know. I didn't know. When I got the call, I didn't know. This looks so bad for me, y'all.
Like I was telling you. Did you give him the address?
No.
Like it was sure, Mom.
I promise, I didn't give
him
him
anything.
Do you talk to anybody who would talk to him?
I don't know who he talks to. We don't talk on a regular basis. This just happened.
How did he come to know where you live?
I don't know. What I'm telling you, I just told him this is what happened.
Okay. And you're saying that when you said I'll pay for your gas, that was just in jest.
I was just. You can read it in text message. You'll get them. I was like, LOL. At this point, I'll pay for your gas if it means I stop having to change my sheets. That's what it was. I did not. This looks so.
You did not ask him to come to kill him.
Not like that. I didn't.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to upset you. I'm trying to remain calm. It's not working.
Why wouldn't he? Okay, this sounds shitty, especially coming probably to a cop. Why wouldn't he wait until my kid was gone? Why? What do you do when this is laid at your feet?
So what did you think when you heard that?
Sorry.
What information did you share? That's going to be very important to your cooperation. What information did you share?
That my side of the case was not used and that I'm upset. Basically just vented to him about it. But I didn't know it meant like that. I feel like I'm gonna pass out in this chair.
The detectives tell Rachel that her daughter has been taken away from her as a safety precaution until the case has been resolved.
And somebody was going to...
Sir, please. I didn't do this. I'm sorry, without that, please don't take her. How can I help?
This is the cooperation part we're talking about. The more you cooperate and the more openly you are to answers, okay, is better on your favor.
I don't want this to turn around on me if that was him. I knew what I had said to him. I knew what he had sent me. Pictures of, take your pick of the swords or the knives and I jokingly said whatever would be easiest to carry. But
What did you believe?
I believed that he was here. I believed that he hurt him and that my kid had to witness it and that it was going to come on to me and that he just ruined my life. That's what I believed. And that.
So did he say anything to you
No.
about what he had done?
No.
But based on what he said to you, his words were good enough for you to believe that he had done something to hurt Colby.
Something was off.
But what was going through your head that why you decided not to give that information?
I purposely didn't give you that information because I was scared that it would look like I set this up and you would immediately take my daughter, and I did not do this. And I don't know how else to go about doing any of this. I've never been more scared in my life, sitting right here with all of my cards laid on the table. It says, well, maybe I need to go hunting. I said, well, I have an address. It's not even much of a hunting party. That's in text messages. That's gonna look very bad.
Rachel's confession was enough for the detectives to charge her with accessory to first-degree murder, and she would be handcuffed and sent to the county jail. The search for her father, Jason Curtis, would begin. Meanwhile, detectives would interview several of Rachel's family members, starting with her boyfriend.
So if you know anything about this, right, we need to know that today.
No, I do not.
Okay, you don't know anything about it.
I don't know anything.
You don't know anybody that would have possibly done this on Rachel's behalf.
I do not.
Okay. Did Rachel ever tell you that she was going to have someone kill it?
No.
Okay. Do you think Rachel's capable of having someone kill it?
Honestly, I don't.
Why do you say that?
This is gonna sound bad. Her dad was a piece of shit, and he raised him by the Bible, but the wrong way by the Bible.
Right.
And murderers go to hell.
Right.
Tell me what you know.
All right. We dropped her off at 6:30, and we got a text from her mom saying answer the door. And then that's when you and that other fella came, right? Mm-hmm. And y'all came and talked to us. And that's the first time that we heard about what happened. And I said,
Why are they saying something different now?
what are they saying?
That you know what happened.
I don't know what happened.
That's your wife in there, her fiance.
Right.
Y'all been together for a while.
Right.
And she's telling us what's going on.
All right.
Her mom's telling us what's going on.
Okay, and I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on.
You realize we got all three of y'all's phones,
I realize that.
and we're going to see everything that y'all deleted, y'all talked about, who you've talked to,
I realize that.
everything.
I realize that. I do know that there might have been some text message exchanged between him. Do not know what the context of them text messages was, because I did not go through her phone. Here it is. All I know is that she was ranting to him.
What was she
About
ranting
what was
about?
going on.
What was she saying? That's what I'm trying to get the
About
background
how
here.
the court systems has this, you know?
Okay. So what did she ask Booger to do?
I don't think she asked Booger to do anything.
She never offered to pay him gas to come down here and do something?
Not that I know of.
How's it going, man? Detective Marino. I know they snagged this from you.
Yeah, can I get a code?
No, unfortunately, we're keeping it for evidence, like the lieutenant was saying when he was in here.
Don't you gotta have a warrant for that, though?
Yeah, we need a warrant to search it,
Yeah.
not to seize it.
Why don't you have to have a warrant to seize it?
Dude, I'm not going to do this song and dance with you. We have,
That's my only form of work, dude.
I get it, but unfortunately, due to the circumstances of what's going on, we need to check off all our blocks. Usually, the faster we can go through this, the faster we can dismiss it, the faster you
Right.
get back your phone.
Despite Chris's hesitation into letting the police search his phone, nothing was found that would implicate him as being involved in the murder. The next person the detectives interview is the victim's ex-girlfriend, so they can get a better understanding of who Colby was.
Yeah, so me and Colby were together the past 2 years, so to me personally, this man could never hurt a fly. Like, we never argued, we never yelled at each other. It was always, we got along. I have a daughter, he was amazing with her. Like, he's just a great person, he cared about everyone. The whole 2 years I was with him, never once did he ever argue with another person or get into any drama with someone. So, yeah, he's just a great person. Like, I literally cannot say one bad thing about him.
The true Colby is what is very important.
Right,
So
exactly.
anything outside of work that is concerning any criminal activity, anything with side deals with marijuana or anything, any getting any of that is important.
Even when we started dating, like, I had a daughter and stuff, and I would never put her around that. He, absolutely not. And I promise that. He really liked this job. He sold weed legally, you know. He was a manager. That was his passion. So outside of work, I would say, like, really, we just stayed at home. We're homebodies. We're with our kids, with my kid. Sometimes we go out to eat and stuff, but mostly we just chilled at home.
Natalie's version of Colby is much different than what Rachel said about him. In Rachel's version, he was a drug-addicted father who would continuously put his daughter in dangerous situations. The last person they plan on interviewing is Jason's girlfriend, who they believed knowingly drove him to commit the murder.
I've never been in trouble a day in my life.
Take the coat off for me. Well, I'm here. I don't know half of what's going on.
They're saying my boyfriend killed somebody. There's just no way.
Yeah.
Officers stopped me and they asked me about guns and Jason. So, and then they said murder, so I'm assuming they think he shot someone. That's not possible.
Yeah. What's your side of that story?
We went straight down to the beach. I haven't been back since I left my ex, Tom Fawcett, because I'm afraid of him.
Yeah.
But I miss the beach so much and I talk about it all the time. And so it was like spur of the moment, you know, well, let's just, you know, we've just got the day, let's just drive down there.
Yeah.
But he said he wanted to show me where he used to live. Just that's basically what we did. Just drove around looking at different places and he would point out things. And it was so late when we got back home. It was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. And he was with me. I mean, other than going to the bathroom or something, you know, we didn't go to anybody's house. There were no altercations walking around anywhere. I mean, he was in a good mood.
So Monday you said you went to work.
Yeah.
So as far as you know, he didn't go back down to Florida or back anywhere down there?
No, and especially not in my car.
According to her story, her and Jason spent the day together in Florida, then returned home early Monday morning. The murder took place at 9:40 p.m. Sunday night, so either Jason's girlfriend knew about it, or Jason was able to get away from her long enough to kill Colby.
I thought that we were just going to the beach. That's all we did. We just went to the beach. It was a place he used to live. He showed me the house he used to live in, the graveyard where his ex is buried. There was no fight with anybody. And the only time we were apart was like when he went to the bathroom.
Okay. And y'all stopped at the Tom Tom to go to the bathroom. How long was he gone for?
Maybe 5 minutes.
What time was this, do you think, if you were just going?
Oh God, I couldn't guess.
Was
Maybe 8 o'clock.
so it wasn't dark out?
Yeah, it was a little dark. Not terribly dark yet.
How long did y'all spend, like, over by the liquor store, or at the liquor store?
20 minutes maybe.
Okay. Did he direct you to that liquor store specifically?
Yeah, I think so.
And I get the impression from Jason that I think he might have been, at least the impression he's trying to give me was that I think he was trying to keep you maybe a little in the dark about certain things.
He always keeps me in the dark about stuff all the time, but
I want you to
this
kind
is a
of
little
like
different.
search your memory because I don't want, like I said, because Rachel's already been in trouble, is already in trouble for her involvement, of course.
Who is it?
Who
Who did he kill?
Rachel's ex-boyfriend, the father to her baby. He's saying, did he even mention anything to you this week about the custody stuff that she was going through, that Rachel's going through?
I knew that he said something about her being upset. And that, yeah, she was going through some custody stuff.
If you had anything to do with this, then that can make you an accessory
I
to
did
this.
not.
Okay, and that's why
And I
I'm
don't
trying,
believe it.
and that's why I'm making it, I want to be clear about what information you did know. That's why I'm trying to verify certain truths with you. So So you're at the Tom Thumb at the beach, then you go to the beach, then you go to the hotel. He gets out of the car at the hotel, he's gone for about 10 minutes, and then comes back and you guys leave. Is that correct?
I think so.
The detectives were able to verify that right around the time the murder took place, Jason had stopped to use the bathroom, not far from Colby's home, and he was gone for over 10 minutes. They were also able to verify that his girlfriend had no idea what he had done, and she was released. Not long after she left, the police would find her husband. Inside Jason's vehicle, the police would find the murder weapon, along with a handwritten note detailing the victim's identity and his address. Jason was handcuffed and brought in for interrogation.
Alright, so the reason we're here is there was a warrant put out for arrest, alright, for the murder of Colby
Vincent.
Vincent.
I'm sorry?
Do you have a stepdaughter named Rachel?
Yes.
Okay. What was Rachel's ex-boyfriend?
Okay, I didn't know his name. I've never met him. I don't really want to answer any questions till I know what's going on. I mean, I know Rachel was having trouble with something about custody, but I ain't had nothing to do with that family in 10, 15 years.
What do you know about the custody stuff?
All I know is that Rachel and them didn't want him to have the baby, and I don't know what happened.
I'm just gonna put it out there. You're lying. I can tell.
I was home that morning.
Because we already talked to your wife.
Yeah.
Jason, do you think it's a weird coincidence that we're up here talking to you? I mean, I don't want you to
Not
place.
really, not after everything that was going on.
You don't think it's a surprise that we're up here
Not
talking
really.
to you?
Not for something like that, I wouldn't.
Well, I just want to let you know that Rachel went to jail yesterday for accessory to first-degree murder. We've already talked to Rachel. Based on what Rachel's information she told us, every bit of evidence we already have, surveillance information, all videos, everything that we have already. I'm giving you the opportunity to save Rachel at this moment. Rachel is in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
We've already arrested her for accessory to first-degree murder. I'm giving you the opportunity to save Rachel right here.
The detectives know that Jason killed for his daughter, so they are hoping he will want to save her from life in prison.
So I'm not going to cop something I didn't do.
So tell me the truth.
I'm not going to go to jail the rest of my life for something I did not do.
But you're going to let Rachel do it.
If
That's
she's
how much you love
guilty,
her.
there's nothing I can do about it.
So it's an accident that we're sitting in front of you.
No, it's not.
Okay, so tell me why it's not an accident that you're in that chair right there in handcuffs.
Because you believe I shot somebody? Well, since I didn't, you can't prove it. So
You're a tough enough guy to drive down and murder somebody for your stepdaughter, but you're not man enough to say you did it to protect her. But you're going to let her ride for this crime and lose her child.
And I'm telling you, I love her to death. I don't want her going to jail for the rest of her life. But
So
I
you're
did not shoot the man. I know Rachel did not shoot that man, so, and I didn't, so what am I supposed to say?
The detective leaves the room, and another officer comes in. He is going to try a different strategy.
Jason, I want you to know that a few things have transpired today that I don't think you're quite aware of. This morning, when your wife left for work, she was intercepted by deputies and detained. Her car was impounded. We have a search warrant for the Beetle that you guys drove down there. And just in case you are unsure if I'm lying to you or not, that's a copy of her Miranda statement.
The detective shows Jason a copy of his wife's statement, and it shows that she admitted to driving him to the area where his victim lived, right before the murder took place.
How far do you want to keep taking this? How many people do you want to see in jail tonight?
My wife has.
You don't think it's a crime to drive someone across state lines to commit a murder? You don't think that makes her an accessory after the fact?
If she did that, yes, it would.
Okay. Well, how many people's lives do you want to take with you?
But I know I didn't do it, and I know my wife didn't have nothing to do with it.
Well, she's gonna get charged with accessory after the fact, which is to a capital murder.
The charger, she ain't gonna get. There's no way, because we did not do it.
How's her employer gonna react now that she's gonna spend the next probably 30 days getting extradited to Florida and having to run through their system?
Well, you're putting an innocent person in jail.
That's not what the evidence says. Again, you can't drive someone to commit a murder and then bring them home.
That's bullshit. You're not gonna sit here and make me fabricate something that didn't happen. I know it looks bad. That's why I said I wasn't really surprised that y'all were coming to see me, but I figured y'all would call and I'd turn myself in. I knew there's gonna be some kind of trouble over something.
I think you think this is that we're.
Does it look like
I don't think you're grasping this at all. I don't think you
really.
I think you are grasping this, but I don't think you're grasping your stepdaughter, and I don't think you're grasping your wife in the same outfit with the same cuffs on. I do not think you're grasping that.
I didn't do it.
I think you went out of your way to help Rachel to get her baby back because you knew it was bothering her, and you was going to take care of it for her. I think you think that I'm making all this crap up to get you to admit to something. I don't need you to admit it. I'm asking you to save her life. Because
I can't save her life. I did not do it.
Unfortunately, no one was able to call you yesterday because we took everybody's cell phones away from them.
I don't mean to be stern with you, but you're kind of being an asshole.
Because I think you think I'm playing you. I think you think I'm making all this up.
Well, I'm sorry you think that.
I don't know what else you want me to show you.
You don't have to show me nothing.
I don't know how many people you want to drag down with you.
I'm dragging them down.
So you're just a tough guy over the phone? You're gonna let Rachel believe you're the tough guy going to take care of her, but now that you're in the real seat to face your real actions, you're gonna cower down.
I don't give a damn if you lay down on the floor and squall like a baby. I'm not gonna make up something I did not do.
Jason's interrogation would end here, and